Okay, Catholic, welcome to have your say today on this talk show. As you are aware, the transfer window is quite open. A lot of players are switching clubs, and there has been a controversial move last week. Marcus Rashford has officially left Manchester United to join Barcelona. What do you think about his move from Manchester United to Barca?
Fantastic. Fantastic. Absolutely. Marcus Rashford has been a very good and brilliant player. But due to one reason or the other, it hasn't worked with him over the past few seasons here at Man United. Marcus Rashford transfer to Barcelona, I see it to be a positive move. He's going to inject a lot of energy into the Barcelona attack line. And I believe that within 1 to 2 upcoming front seasons, Marcus Rashford is going to form a clique that bond with Yamin Amal, and they are going to form a deadly attack line, of which I can term them the fearless cards.
Wow, thank you very much. Actually, Marcus has actually expressed his desire to play alongside Lamin Yamal. Lamin Yamal is a very young talent, a superstar in the making. And Marcus said in one of his interviews that who would want to play alongside Lamin Yamal. But as you know, Marcus is a left winger where predominantly he is a left winger and he has to compete with Rafinha. Do you think he can overtake Rafinha in that position?
Absolutely, I believe that Marcus Rashford is going to overtake Rafinha. Rafinha is a good player. He's a talented player, a nice one, a goal scorer, a top world class striker. But Marcus Rashford, definitely, I believe he's going to fight for his position because Marcus Rashford is that kind of player. I believe that he has always loved playing at his right fit position. Being a left winger, Marcus Rashford is brilliant. Putting him at the center forward, Marcus Rashford has not been delivering very well. If we go by the say during the period of the Mourinho era in Man U, Marcus Rashford was performing absolutely very well. Coming from the Man United Academy, Marcus Rashford is a good player. And I have this to say Marcus Rashford can and he will be a favorite in that position. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned one thing, Marcus Rashford playing as a striker. We have Robert Lewandowski. Do you think Rashford is going to play alongside Lewandowski, or he's going to be used over Lewandowski, or he's going to play as a substitute for Lewandowski?
For a start, I believe Marcus Rashford is going to be played as a substitute. But when you look at the age and the performance of Robert Lewandowski, his tally is dropping. Barcelona at this point in time is struggling to build a very tough attack line, believing that with the upcoming football season, players like Robert Lewandowski, these are players that are already one leg in, one leg out. And as Robert Lewandowski will be stepping out, that is, Barcelona don't want to make the same errors that they made during the Messi era. That is why you see them building up something very strong and bringing in players of this magnitude, players of this great talent. Absolutely and definitely, I believe my second choice as a football club, Real Madrid, will not get it very easy again this season.
Okay, you mentioned that, but now you mentioned 2 seasons. Now, what happens? Remember last season, Marcus spent the second half of last season on loan at Aston Villa, right? And Aston Villa had the option of signing him permanently, which they didn't take. Same option has been given to Barcelona. Just what if Marcus Rashford fails to deliver in Barcelona? What becomes of him?
Marcus Rashford cannot fail. Marcus Rashford, he performed very well at the Villa Park. You yourself, you can bet it with me that with the upcoming of Marcus Rashford into Aston Villa was much more a better team than before. Marcus Rashford was a positive energy into the Aston Villa squad, and Emery himself testified that not once, not twice, but I believe that one reason or the other things did not work well for him. But in Barcelona, Marcus Rashford is going to put on a positive show because firstly, you need to understand that when a player is happy, he is definitely willing and ready to give in his all. And that is just what the Barcelona squad has been looking for. So there is no question.
Okay, quick one again. So, do you think Manchester United did they do dirty to Marcus Rashford? Remember, before he left, his number 10 shirt was stripped off and given to new signing Matheus Cunha. Do you think, as a player who came up from the United academy, was that fair to him?
Personally, to me, we don't need to look at things of that magnitude. A JC is just a JC. A number is just a number. Even entering into the Barcelona squad, Marcus Rashford is not going to take on the number 10. He's not going to take on the number 9 that he used at the Villa Park during the Aston Villa era. You realize here that Marcus Rashford is not just an individual player. To me, he is a team player. He has that collective bond. And going into your question, you realize here that there is no player that is bigger than a club. And at this particular point, Marcus Rashford is aiming for whatever. His objective at this point is to make sure that everything works for his best.
Okay, I don't dispute that with you, but remember, shed numbers are iconic, and he followed in the footsteps of the great Rooney of Manchester United, and his own number 10 was stripped of him. So, in this deal between Manchester United, Barcelona, and Marcus Rashford, whom does this move favor best?
It favors all of them. Firstly, it favors Manchester United by relieving him from financial deficits. At this particular point in time, Manchester United will not be competing in so many international competitions. Definitely, Manchester United will be facing financial issues. Secondly, it is a positive energy into the Barcelona club, whereby Barcelona is struggling to meet up with his financial situation, and bringing in a positive player of Marcus Rashford magnitude, I believe that they are going to win trophies, and you know the outcome of winning trophies gives financial gain. Marcus Rashford is going to shine again, not just at a national level, but at the international level, believing me that Barcelona have made it into the Champions League and many other top world-class competitions. And Marcus Rashford at this point is going to sell his image, sell his number, and getting back into the shirt number like you did said, it is obviously important to make it very clear here that there are some players who will pick up shirt numbers, and these shirt numbers give them, they carry this shirt number with a lot of weight. Iconic numbers such as number 10 is a number that has been removed by Wayne Rooney. It has been worn by many top world-class players in the Manchester United squad. And Marcus Rashford not meeting up to some of these objectives. That is why you realize that the media and so many other football pundits have been criticizing Marcus Rashford in terms of that shirt number. But entering into Barcelona without that shirt number, it is not going to weigh him down. He's going to concentrate, and that concentration is going to make Marcus Rashford to put his head above the water.
2 seasons ago in 2023, Marcus Rashford, over at the end of the season, where he scored close to 30 goals for Manchester United. He signed a new contract, a bumping £350,000 per week. So, do you think Marcus Rashford, is it a lack of performance, or just because he didn't find favor in the manager's eyes? Is that why he left the club?
None of the above. To me, none of the above. Not favor, nothing in front of the eyes of the managers. I believe the underperformance of Marcus Rashford is absolutely mainly because of the fact that Marcus Rashford is not happy. Marcus Rashford is not happy. And a player cannot perform very well when he is not happy. Marcus Rashford underperformance should not be underestimated. If Marcus Rashford entering into a club that he has solely desired, Barcelona, just believe me, allow it to happen. You will watch and see for yourself. Kaki no be leather.
Should Barcelona fail to sign Marcus Rashford at the end of the season, will Marcus Rashford return to Manchester United? And the second part of the question, should Amorim be sacked before the end of the season? Do you think Marcus Rashford would like to return back to Manchester United?
To me, Marcus Rashford is gone and gone for good because I believe that Barcelona is going to sign Marcus Rashford due to his positive energy, due to his positivity, his mindset, and the collective nature of his play style is going to suit Marcus Rashford. And talking about the sacking of the Manchester United coach there, I don't see anytime soon for the coach to leave that club. Despite whatsoever condition prevails, I don't see a coach to leave that club anytime soon because he has come to stay, not just to stay, but to rejuvenate a new Manchester United and injecting new blood into the system. At this point in time, he is already eyeing the Premier League. Excuses should not be given. He is already eyeing the Premier League. Top four.
Talking about the top four, do you think with the way the transfer market is going now, look at the reinforcements by Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Manchester City. Do you think Manchester United can make it into the top four this season?
Yes, I believe the Red Devils can make it. They can make it. Signing players left and right is not collective play style. Performing in Bayern Leverkusen, performing in Bayern Munich, performing in Inter Milan is not performing in Liverpool. It's not performing in Liverpool. You can believe me bet the likes of many top world-class players. Look at the days of Fernando Torres when he was world-class player in Liverpool. He went to Chelsea, he was a float. Look at the others, what prevailed. Look at even our almighty Filippo Coutinho. Look at Mario Balotelli. So it depends on the play style. It depends on the philosophy. It depends on how these players suit the club play style, the coach system. And if the coach is capable of managing these players and improving their potentials, at this point, that is when the players can meet up to their best. Some of these players will instead drop form. And stepping down form, it will be an added advantage to other clubs like the Red Devil, because the Red Devil is already playing collective football. Goals will keep coming, and they are already working on the defense line very powerfully. They are trying to score more goals and conceding lesser goals. And nothing can beat my imagination that Man United will not make it up to the top four this upcoming season.
Okay, so let's hope and see how Manchester United is going to perform this season. But you see that there's a pure lack of signing. They don't have a striker as compared to the other teams. This striker here is important because they have Westman Holden who has not been performing very well. Do you think that United need to sign a proven goal scorer to help them compete for the Premier League title?
At this point, United will compete. But there are some one or two signings that United still need to make, especially when it comes to the holding midfield. When there is a breakaway from the attack line, United is lacking in that position. A top world class striker, I propose that United should look for an African, top world class African striker. With that, Man U is going to make many goals. They need to get a goal merchant, a goal making machine. And at that point, that is when I believe you are going to see the best of Bruno Fernandes.
Talking about goal machines, Arsenal just signed Victor Gyökeres from Sporting. What do you think about the signing?
Good signing, good signing. Mikel Arteta, this season, they are not willing or ready for excuses. Arteta should face the trophies. To be the best of my knowledge, if Arteta cannot deliver this season, he should be shown the door. Arteta should be shown the door because Arsenal fans have been very patient. Arsenal board have been very patient, and they have given almost everything that Arteta has been clamoring for. And at this point, there should be no room for excuses. Arteta should bring the results to the Emirates, and that would bring a smile.
Okay, so this last quick one between Victor Gyökeres, Erling Haaland, and Hugo Ekitike, whom do you back to score the most goals in the Premier League this season?
I back Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland is coming up powerfully more than ever before. I back Erling Haaland. Pep Guardiola is a coach that I do respect a lot. He's trying to build back something at Man City whereby many people at this point are not seeing it. They are not even pinpointing anything being done there, but he's doing something at that stage. You will face Man City and you will never believe that it's the same Man City that performed last season. This coming season, they will be top contenders for the Premier League, for the Champions League. And I pray that the Premier League clubs should not just compete for the Premier League titles. We are expecting them like never before, such that we should get into the quarterfinal having 2, 3 English Premier League clubs like we used to have.
Okay, so quick one before you go. Who do you think is going to win the Premier League trophy this season?
The Premier League trophy this season, to the best of my knowledge, it is very difficult at this point in time to pinpoint a particular team. But I'm foreseeing Liverpool to maintain the trophy. That trophy coming back to hand.
So Liverpool to win the Premier League trophy again. Okay, so thank you, Catholic, for your time, and hope to see you in the next session.
Thank you very much.